We're here at CUNA's Governmental Affairs Conference with Congressman Aguilar after his speech from the main stage. Thanks for taking some time to speak with us.
Thanks, Nick. Good to be here.
First, I wanted to start with asking you about the credit union background you have. You mentioned it on stage. At this point, during your time as a legislator, how has that impacted you and the decisions you've made so far in Congress?
Well, clearly it's given me an opportunity to be familiar with policy and legislation that's important to the industry and important to the district in San Bernardino County. And that's been my focus, but obviously, my knowledge of whether it's member business lending or some of these important issues and my experience in the credit union actually dealing with it has given me an opportunity to discuss it with friends as you saw it on stage.
Now, why did you decide to jump on as a co-sponsor for the member business lending bill and supplemental capital as well?
Well, they're important to my district. They're important not only to the industry, to the credit union industry, but in San Bernardino County, even though we have had positive job growth over the last few years, we're still struggling. And I know that access to capital is something that the businesses and community members are concerned about. So anything that we can do to give more regulatory relief, to allow credit unions to put money out on the street, to offer loans to members and residents, that's something that's good for San Bernardino County, and that's something that I'm going to be supportive of.
Now, removing barriers has been the theme here at GAC. Is there one or two things you're focused on in terms of removing barriers for credit unions aside from those two pieces of legislation?
Well, obviously becoming more transparent. I think the NCUA can do a good job in making sure that transparency is a focus when they're passing budgets, when they're doing things. I think it's important as governmental bodies that we're open and transparent. But I think that it's important to share our story, to share our credit union story. And that means that we weren't part of the mess that created the economic decline, but we're forced to deal with it. So I think the credit union industry needs to continue to tell that story and let their policymakers and Congress members and regulators know.
You mentioned the NCUA budget. Will you be supporting the bill that will require a GAO study of the NCUA budget and their operations?
I'm a big fan of transparency. We'll take a look at that, but I'm a big fan of transparency, and I think that governmental bodies need to be open and transparent when they perform their operations. But specifically with the bill, I'm not sure yet. I need to take a look. But transparency in general, as a local government leader, when I was mayor of a city, we believed in open, transparent budgeting process, and I think that it's an important hallmark of being responsible government leaders.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.